Captain, you bring up some legitimate points. I'm not sure I agree with all of them, but I do agree with a number of them, particularly as it relates to some of the enforcement issues. The idea of doing anything to encouraging trafficking of young girls in this town is an abomination. It's offensive to me, and I'm particularly concerned about that. At the same time, I understand the intent of the legislation, and I applaud the author for the intent.
This massage ordinance shifts the responsibility for regulating massage practitioners and massage businesses from the police department to the Department of Public Health. As you may be aware, this proposed change comes at the end of a long process that began with the Board of Supervisors establishing a task force on prostitution in March 1994, which included several members of the police department. The final report of the task force, submitted to the board in 1996, recommended that the city remove authority for the licensing of massage establishments from the police department and place it with agencies already qualified to grant other standard business licenses. This ordinance is supported by a diverse group of massage practitioners and advocates such as the Associated Massage and Bodywork Professionals, American Massage Therapy Association, the School for Self-Healing, St. James Infirmary, as well as a number of other organizations, and I think many of them are here today to testify.
All legitimate businesses hire individuals who have a Social Security number. That Social Security number is the way that taxes are paid, refunds are given, that the person is identified as a member of the working force. And in order to get that Social Security number, you have to provide a birth certificate, etc. And you can get a driver's license once you have this information. Talks here that the Social Security number and or driver's license, if any, I think it should be mandated that a Social Security card should be provided by any worker in the industry. This eliminates the trafficking of individuals. We have a great many cases that we make with trafficking of individuals. We see it on television all the time, women being brought into this country from Russia, from Asia, individuals being brought in and put to work and basically become indentured servants. They're working at this establishment, make money, and they give that money back to their so-called sponsor who brought them into the country. The Social Security number and the driver's license would then enable the police department and the health department to identify those individuals who are in the trade for just sex and not the true nature of this massage parlor. Down the bottom now, 21, they talk about a temporary massage practitioner permit. I associate that to an individual who has gone through law school and we let him practice law until he passes the bar. That doesn't occur. People do not become accountants until they pass their examinations. This here, allowing somebody to come in for a period of 3 months, actually promotes the trafficking of individuals and women in this industry. A woman, we've got a circuit that people go to in the prostitution area. They'll go to Las Vegas, they'll go to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, and then make the loop again. So some of these women can come in and become a masseuse, also maybe a prostitute, and they do not complete the full requirement of their training. So 33 months later, they're gone and off to a new location. They do it in that location again, and they do it in this location again. And they come back to San Francisco using another name or with another basically a pimp or that individual that they are indentured to.
The issue with the illicit trafficking of individuals, we've heard it. If the supervisors are interested, I did bring copies of news report, New U.S. Asian Prostitution Rings on the Rise. I have a fact sheet from the U.S. Department of State International Information Programs, and it's a fact sheet on U.S. efforts to combat trafficking in persons. This is becoming a major issue worldwide, and similarly taken and available on the CIA's website. Open source document is DCI Exceptional Intelligence Analyst Program, and Intelligence Monograph, International Trafficking in Women to the United States, a contemporary manifestation of slavery and organized crime. San Francisco and massage parlors are specifically mentioned in this monograph. The chief of police has the right to implement certain measures to confirm information on their applications. And what we do in doing that is to ensure that the individuals are in fact legitimate, have at least received legitimate training. It is common knowledge, I believe Captain Heckrick addressed it, you can go to some of these schools, pay your money, and get your certificate and not have a clue about actually any type of massage, which gets back to health issues.
I'm Katie Dreyfus, and I'm the president of the American Massage Therapy Association's local unit, the Golden Gate unit, and I'm also speaking on behalf of the California chapter, who's in support of this ordinance, and I'm also co-chair of the San Francisco Coalition of Therapeutic Bodywork and Massage. In general, on behalf of the local unit and state chapter of the AMTA, I thank you for considering to support the new massage therapy ordinance, because I think it's definitely a step in the right direction.
So once brought here, victims are forced to work unsustainably long hours, live in grossly substandard conditions. They have to have sex with large numbers of customers or are labor exploited. Victims are beaten if they are not submissive. And at times, they're just beaten to keep them oppressed.
We create the loopholes for organized crime to exist.
My name is Katie Dreyfus, and I'm president of the American Massage Therapy Association, a Golden Gate unit here in San Francisco, and also the co-chair of the San Francisco Coalition of Therapeutic Massage and Bodywork. I'm representing over 90,000 national massage therapists, and locally here in San Francisco, about 750. We are very pleased with the new ordinance. It's great progress. We have some concerns about the fee structure, but in general, we're totally satisfied with the compromise.
What an important contribution massage therapists make to the health of San Franciscans. I myself have always had a massage therapist in my extended family, and I think it's a very important thing, and I do appreciate that you and your colleagues have been here.
Regarding trainee permits, and this has been added since the last rendition, and how it's currently worded, in order to get a trainee permit, you actually have to have the status for a general practitioner permit. And so you have to have your 100 hours done in order to do that trainee permit, to do the general practitioner permit. So there's no point in having a trainee permit. That allows the loophole that was warned against for the traffickers to use at the last hearing meeting. So I would suggest that we take away the trainee permit. Originally, the intention for that permit was to, if you were working under an advanced practitioner that was a guru-type acupressure person, then you would do that, training under them to get your knowledge, and at a certain level, that person would endorse you as a certified practitioner when I was able to go out into the community because you were safe. So the 100 hours general practitioner permit is really a bare minimum. There shouldn't be any trainee. For someone to be putting on their hands on the whole body of another person, 100 hours is really a minimum.